Well, the BRICS organization just doubled in size overnight, and there are going to be some tremendous changes to the international world order in 2025, as the United States and its allies nervously await to see what Donald Trump will do with his second term in office. More countries around the world are preparing for the future by shifting to BRICS. Last week, it was announced that Indonesia, the fourth most populated country in the world, has officially been accepted into BRICS as a full member. But that's not where the story ends. Other powerhouse Asian economies like Malaysia and Thailand have also joined as partner nations, along with the Central Asian countries of Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, both of which are loaded with natural resources. In total, 9 new countries have joined BRICS, with another 4 set to join later this year. And in today's video, we're going to break down what these countries bring to the table and explain how BRICS will evolve and change the future of our world in 2025. If you want to understand everything about BRICS, this is the video for you. But stick around to the end, as today's video sponsor is an incredible company and one of the most compelling secular growth opportunities in technology today. I'll reveal that company later, but first, let's talk about how BRICS has reached some impressive new milestones. The bloc now represents over half of the world's entire population, with 6 of the 10 most populous countries. The Western media's narrative that BRICS will never amount to anything due to political differences is literally falling apart before our very eyes. BRICS now represents 35% of the world's GDP in terms of purchasing power parity, compared to the G7's 30%. And these new countries also give BRICS a majority share in many crucial world industries. The bloc now accounts for half of the world's agricultural production, leading in crops like sugarcane, maize, wheat, rice, palm oil, and potatoes. BRICS is also an energy powerhouse, boasting 5 of the top 10 oil producers. Finally, BRICS now accounts for half of the world's natural gas production, with 6 of the top 15 producers. Just as the United States is the de facto leader of the G7, China has been the leading developer of BRICS through massive investments via the Belt and Road Initiative. And this is where Western politicians fail to recognize the power of BRICS. If we take a detailed look into each new country who joined BRICS, you'll realize that each one brings a unique set of resources to the group that, when combined together, will make BRICS one of the most powerful trade alliances in the world. Let's start by examining Indonesia. Once again, the 4th most populous nation in the world, whose economy ranks 10th globally in terms of purchasing power parity. Strategically, Indonesia's location in Southeast Asia is monumental. It controls critical shipping lanes like the Strait of Malacca, one of the world's most vital choke points for global trade, and the key body of water China needs access to. In addition to its strategic and economic power, Indonesia is one of the largest global producers of nickel, a crucial resource needed for renewable energy. Across the Strait of Malacca sits Malaysia, whose economic minister proudly announced earlier this week that the country expects a surge of Chinese investment in 2025. Malaysia currently has a list of 100 Chinese companies spanning the AI, semiconductors, and biomedical sectors, aiming to invest in Malaysia in this coming year to avoid the coming Trump tariffs. And this will be the major storyline for BRICS in 2025. How does the organization work together to avoid tariffs, spur innovation, and most importantly, reduce its dependence on the West and conduct more trade amongst BRICS members? Interestingly enough, Malaysia has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of China's Belt and Road Initiative, and it's no secret why China wants to have this powerhouse Asian economy in the BRICS alliance. Malaysia is a key player in natural resources, boasting oil, natural gas, and tin reserves that strengthen BRICS' energy and mining sectors. These resources diversify the bloc's energy portfolio and enhance its resilience against global energy market fluctuations. With Malaysia joining BRICS, China has now secured both sides of the Strait of Malacca to ensure cargo ships will never be cut off from delivering precious resources to Chinese ports. But now let's travel to the 2nd largest economy in Southeast Asia and discover what Thailand brings to BRICS. Thailand boasts a diverse economy driven by its automotive, electronics, and tourism industries. Its agricultural sector is a global leader, producing rice, rubber, and seafood, which significantly bolsters the bloc's food security. Thailand's membership also allows it to diversify away from Western markets, and nowhere is this more evident than in the automotive industry. Thailand has become the Detroit of Asia for its production of traditional cars, and is now undergoing a transformative shift to become Southeast Asia's EV manufacturing hub. Chinese EV companies have invested $1.4 billion into joint ventures with Thai companies, which has caused a seismic shift in the auto market, resulting in legacy automakers from the West rapidly losing ground in the valuable Asian car market. Chinese automakers now dominate, capturing an astounding 80% of Thailand's EV market last year. Thailand's pivot towards BRICS and strengthening ties with China signals a major blow to Western dominance in Southeast Asia. But of course, you can't dominate the future of energy without access to the world's most valuable resources. And this is where both Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan both come to play. Kazakhstan is the world's top producer of uranium, a critical resource for nuclear energy. Certainly not a coincidence, China is also building the most amount of nuclear power plants in the world. Kazakhstan is also one of the largest holders of oil and natural gas reserves, making it an energy powerhouse within the bloc. These assets not only boost BRICS' energy independence, but also enhance its industrial capacity, positioning Kazakhstan as a cornerstone of the bloc's economic framework. Uzbekistan is also rich in natural resources, boasting reserves of natural gas, gold, uranium, and cotton, all critical to global supply chains. The country ranks among the world's top 10 gold producers, a position of growing importance in a world increasingly focused on economic stability. For BRICS, Uzbekistan's gold production is a strategic asset, reinforcing the bloc's collective ability to diversify reserves away from the US dollar and toward more tangible, universally accepted commodities. This aligns perfectly with BRICS' goal of establishing a multipolar financial system less reliant on Western-dominated institutions. Geographically, these two Central Asian countries represent a vital link between China and Europe, once again strengthening BRICS connectivity through the Belt and Road Initiative. I actually did a full breakdown of the China-Kazakhstan relationship in a separate video, which I'll link at the end of today's presentation. But now let's shift over to Belarus, a country with a strong military connection to Russia and an industrial sector which will provide BRICS an edge in manufacturing, machinery, and agriculture. Belarus is the second largest producer of potash, one of the key components in fertilizer production. This makes Belarus a critical player in ensuring food security within BRICS, especially as global demand for agricultural products continues to rise. Potash is indispensable for agriculture, and with BRICS accounting for half of the world's agricultural production, Belarus's resources are a perfect fit for supporting this sector. By now, you've probably begun to recognize a continuous theme with each new BRICS member. Each country is bringing valuable resources and assets to the organization, which will allow BRICS to become stronger and more self-reliant on trading with other BRICS members. Let me give you some further examples as we travel across the Atlantic Ocean and shift our story to South America, where Bolivia has joined as a new partner member. Bolivia currently has the largest lithium reserves in the world, with an estimated 21 million tons. As the demand for greener technologies grow, Bolivia's lithium reserves are poised to be a game changer for BRICS. Bolivia is also rich in natural gas, silver, zinc, tin, and other minerals that further strengthen BRICS' control over crucial global supply chains. These resources don't just benefit Bolivia, they're a win for the entire bloc. On the geopolitical stage, Bolivia's membership is just as significant. Historically, Latin America has been a battleground for influence between the United States and China. Due to the large critical lithium reserves, Bolivia has been a key area of geopolitical interest. Bolivia's governments have sought to limit American companies from unrestricted access to their resources. As a result, the United States has openly pushed regime change through mass interference, coups, and assassination attempts. In blatant disregard for the country's sovereignty and democracy, Elon Musk even bragged about U.S. interference into the country for his own interests in Bolivia's lithium, stating that the U.S. will regime change whoever we want. With these kind of remarks and a new Trump presidency beginning, it's no surprise that Bolivia has chosen to align with BRICS for the future. China has also invested heavily through the Belt and Road Initiative and is building Bolivia's infrastructure through new roadways, rail networks, and energy projects. Now, as part of BRICS, Bolivia is in a better position to capitalize on these investments, boosting its economy and creating a model for other Spanish-speaking countries to follow. Which leads us to what I feel is the most compelling story to this year's BRICS expansion, and that is the addition of Cuba to the alliance. For many decades, the U.S. embargo on Cuba has imposed severe hardships on the Cuban people, restricting tourism from the U.S. and stifling economic growth for Cuban citizens. Despite being framed as a tool to promote democracy and human rights, the embargo has intentionally caused poor conditions for the people of Cuba in hope of creating a regime change that would align closer to the US government. To show you just how unpopular the US embargo on Cuba is around the world, check out this graph, which shows every country in the world, except of course the United States and Israel, who actively vote against the trade embargo. The embargo has isolated Cuba geopolitically, cutting it off from Western markets and financial systems, leading BRICS to be the perfect lifeline for Cuba to access new trade partnerships, investment opportunities, and financial systems outside of Western influence. From the gold in Uzbekistan to the lithium in Bolivia and the incredible economies of Indonesia, Thailand, and Malaysia, the 2025 expansion of BRICS is setting the precedent for a major shift in our global economy. Gone are the days of the United States being the sole superpower in the world. We have now entered a multipolar world where countries have options to choose which superpower they want to strategically align with. Western democracies are not in the position of power they once comfortably enjoyed. We've seen colossal failures in the governments of France, Germany, Canada, and of course, the United States over the past few years, and all of these incumbent governments will change leadership in 2025. But as the BRICS alliance continues to expand, and this battle for global influence continues to grow, I want to highlight one particular industry that will affect all nations in the future and plays directly into the future of global security. You might have heard the major news last month about Google's new quantum computer chip that Forbes magazine immediately called a game changer. This story has been major news throughout the tech world over the past month, as Google is now stating their new quantum chip may prove parallel universes exist. Honestly, we are in the beginning stages of this discovery, but the truth is that Google's new chip performs some of the most complicated tasks in minutes in what supercomputers take billions of years to compute. By now, we've all heard about the opportunities in AI, but I want to highlight the quantum computing industry because it complements this growth in AI development. Interesting enough, this is also a major area of competition between the US and China, with both countries dominating the sector for the last 20+ years. China leads the world in several fields of quantum technologies, but the US remains the world leader in quantum computing for the foreseeable future. But here is where the market opportunity comes into play and how quantum computing affects your everyday life. Earlier this year, news outlets around the world revealed one of the most shocking data breaches in recent history. Approximately 2.9 billion records, including names, emails, phone numbers, and social security numbers, were all stolen when national public data suffered a massive cyber attack. Of course, this isn't an isolated incident, as last year there were over 343 million victims of cyber attacks. That's more than the entire population of the United States. But with every challenge comes a corresponding opportunity, and the cybersecurity market is expanding rapidly with no signs of slowing. Morgan Stanley calls cybersecurity one of the most compelling secular growth opportunities in technology today, while Fortune Market Insights expects the cybersecurity market to triple in the next 8 years. And this is where Scope Technologies Corp., today's video sponsor, who provides quantum-proof cybersecurity options, comes in. Scope trades under the symbol SCPCF, and I'd like to take a moment and tell you more about their business model and how they are impacting the future of cybersecurity and quantum computing. Scope's technology was developed by a Swiss computing genius, Sean Prescott, who now serves as the company's CTO. Sean worked for many years at Switzerland's Federal Intelligence Service before moving on to work in the cybersecurity for the Swiss banking system, widely considered to be the worldwide gold standard for banking security. Scope Technologies is pioneering breakthrough quantum technology that is based on an advanced security measure called quantum resilient entropy, or QRS. Now, I don't want to get too technical here, but QRS is designed to protect data against the future threats posed by quantum computing and artificial intelligence. The technology works by utilizing best-in-class, non-deterministic randomness. I know that sounds complicated, but what it simply means is that the output is not uniquely determined by the inputs. It means there can be multiple possible outcomes for the same set of inputs, and this variability is the key to generating leading-edge, unbreakable encryption. It's what makes Scope's tech platform potentially so valuable. This tech could possibly future-proof cybersecurity. The proprietary quantum entropy delivery system uses specialized hardware certified by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, the NIST, and can deliver quantum entropy security to anyone, anywhere in the world in real time. It can help secure people's data on a personal level. It can help secure businesses of all sizes, from small to medium, all the way up to large enterprise-level clients. And it can even help governments ensure sensitive information remains secure in an increasingly digital world. This gives ScopeTech a major advantage over other competitors, because the solution is a fully proprietary and API-based. It doesn't require customers to install any new special hardware or infrastructure. They can simply plug their existing cybersecurity setup into the QSE platform and instantly secure their data. Another promising source of revenue for ScopeTech is developing quantum-proof decentralized cloud storage. According to Fortune Business Insights, the global cloud storage market is projected to grow from $132 billion in 2024 to USD $665 billion by 2032, exhibiting a compound annual growth rate of 22.4% during the forecast period. ScopeTech's solution will be fortified with quantum-resilient encryption to safeguard anything stored in the cloud. Essentially, this works just like Google Drive, Apple's iCloud, and Microsoft's OneDrive. However, if it's secured by quantum-proof keys, it also operates as a backup for clients concerned about ransomware attacks. And the best part for investors is, Scope's AI platform is market-ready now. The company is currently onboarding customers and recently signed a letter of intent with Global Care Innovations and BitLab to deliver quantum-secure data solutions and advanced AI tools to healthcare providers across North America. Everyone, we'll continue to showcase some of the most unique opportunities because I truly believe the future of our world will be dominated by fields like AI and quantum computing. If you are interested in learning more about Scope Technologies and how their system can improve cybersecurity, I'm going to include the company's website, stock ticker, and investor presentation down in the video description for your reference. As always, I want you to do your own research before making any investments. I want to thank you for making it to this point of the video, and I look forward to seeing you all in our next video soon.